I'm only spending $5 a month on charging according to my Tesla app. Let me walk you through a week in my life and show you how I'm doing it. It's not always fun, as I just barely pulled into a free charging station at work, had to periodically check for the past 4 hours, and I'll get about 3 hours of charging here. But I'll show you how I do it and maybe some tips and tricks along the way to help you save on charging your Tesla. Charge in public at free stations as often as you can. I'm lucky enough at my place of work where they have free charging, so whenever I'm in the office, I'm hybrid, but whenever I'm in, I try to plug in. And it doesn't always work that way because there's only 4 chargers, but I watch it closely, and when I can get in, I charge for free. And I feel like you can save quite a bit of money if you have access to free public charging. It's perfect at work. If you're at a mall doing some shopping, and you can do it as well, that's another great place. You just have to be diligent about finding free public charging. And there's apps that'll help you, ChargePoint, Apple Maps. They have ways to tell you how much charging is, but free charging as often as you can is a key to keeping those costs low. I have multiple jobs. It's kind of crazy. One of the things I do on the weekend and on Monday nights right now is I have a radio show talking BYU sports. It's a lot of fun, actually. And luckily, at KSL, this is where I work, they have free charging stations, as you can see behind me. That's another opportunity. Now, it takes me a little longer to get into the building, but to me, it's worth the free charging rather than always plugging it at home. Just a few extra minutes, but it's a lot less money when I do it this way. It's the next day. I'm here in my garage. I did not charge last night. I'm at 50% battery right now, and as you can see here, I have a at-home charger. It's not the nice Tesla-looking one, but I did buy an adapter, an EMA 1450 adapter that gets me about 32 miles an hour range. I very easily could have charged last night. Here's the thing though, I'm going back into work this morning, a chance to get some free charging. And so on days that I know I'm gonna have a opportunity to charge for free the next day, I don't charge at home the night before. Now here's the thing, for those of you who have subscribed to my channel and have watched my videos, I got a new Tesla Model 3 back in April, and it has an LFP battery. It wants to be charged to 100% at least one time a week. And so here is my strategy. Monday through Friday, I probably don't charge at home if I can get to a charger. If there's been like 3 or 4 days where I'm unsuccessful, I'll plug it in at home and I'll charge. Then on a Friday night or a Saturday morning, I'll keep it plugged in all weekend so it stays at 100% for a couple days continuously. But if I am lucky and I do it right, I'm able to get home after charging at work with 95% battery capacity. And then when I plug it in at home, it's just basically maintaining it at 100% rather than charging from 50% all the way up, which would cost $4 or $5, which is not the end of the world. It's very cheap compared to frequent fills at the gas station. But I like just trying to charge as often as I can at a free public charging station. So that's kind of my strategy Monday through Friday, and we'll see when I get to work if there's an open one that can let me charge, because I'm probably gonna need like 7 or 8 hours. So we'll see, but that's how things go from a night to a morning. It just depends on what I have going on the next day. And there's a little more thought into this than just going to the gas station and filling up. I'm constantly thinking about it and planning how I'm gonna do it. But the cost savings to me is absolutely worth it. So I'm gonna head to work and we'll see what can happen. No luck. It's full. That's all right though. Can't get discouraged by that. You just keep checking, and at the end of the day, you've got a charger at home, hopefully, and you can always do that. But can't get discouraged. We'll keep checking. A lot of the times this happens to me, and then by lunchtime I'm able to get in and get a lot of battery. So hopefully that happens to me today, but if not, not a big deal. Like I said, the Monday through Friday, maybe lean a little bit more public, and on the weekend, charge at home. It's 11 a.m. As you can see, I just backed into a free charging station here at work, so I'll be able to get a full charge, and that's great. So tonight, here's my tip, is I would plug your car in at home after a day in which you're able to get a lot of charging at a public charging station. That way your cost is minimal at home, but it keeps your battery at 100% if you have an LFP battery. If you have an older Tesla that doesn't want you to charge to 100% all that often, then you set your limit to 90% or 80%, and then when you get home after charging, plug it in, keep your battery regulated at home. I think that's an important thing for the health of your battery. So my patience paid off. I got in, and this is just the process you'll want to repeat over and over again throughout the week if you want to save money on charging. I'm not saying don't charge at home. I'm just saying limit your charging at home if you can. Last thing I would say about charging is don't use Tesla superchargers for daily charging needs. Those are really only meant to be used for road trips. They're not super great for your battery, and they're not that cheap anymore. If you don't have free supercharging, which they don't give to anybody anymore, unless you have an old Tesla, it's going to cost money. It's going to be more expensive than charging at home. So free public charging stations is the way to go during the week, and then charge at home the rest of the time. And luckily I live in a place where it is fairly cheap to charge. If you live in California, an expensive power place, it's much more difficult. I get that. So you might have to use Tesla software, which will help you charge during non-peak times. And that's where free charging stations come in, which are really helpful. Just finished charging. I'm up to 98%. I added 150 miles. I'm not quite at 100%. So on situations like this, I'm very close to 100%. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna plug in because it's gonna be minimal charging at home, and then it gets my battery to 100%, which is what Tesla recommends for my version of the Model 3. So if I still had like another 70 miles to charge, I'd wait until tomorrow to try and get it for free again. It just, you gotta play it by ear, day by day. It's sort of a pain, but if you want $5 a month charging cost, that's what it takes. So. Hope that helped some of you on just how to be a little more efficient in the way that you charge. At the end of the day, you want to do what's best for your battery. And so, like I've said before, if needs be, I'll plug it in at home. Even if I've got to charge 70, 80% of the battery, I will, because I've got to charge to 100% at least once a week. But hopefully those tips help. So there you go. If you guys have any questions on charging or about this 2023 Model 3, it's not the Highland refresh. It was the last version of the old build before the refresh. Let me know in the comments, subscribe, like the video, that helps a lot. And then the one thing I always say too is if you're thinking of buying a Tesla, buy with someone's referral code. I'll link mine below. I don't care if you use mine, but you'll get referral credits that allow you to get free supercharging miles or some Tesla swag. A lot of cool stuff in there. So do not buy a Tesla unless you're using someone's referral codes to get those extra perks when you take delivery. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And until the next time, take care.